This is Wednesday, February the 18th. This is Dr. K, WEEA Radio, the Karson Institute. I took a class for 9 weeks, and Saturday's our graduation hour, we gather. All right, I'm an artist, and that's my bio. So we're going to coexist in 2026. We're going to coexist in 2026. 90 days a session, 9 weeks with Dr. K. Talking about keeping the dream alive. Like I said, 90 days a session, 90 days with Dr. K. That's my visitor's pass to Annapolis. That's Brack versus Wells, a right to access the grand jury. All right, these are my class notes. And this is, like I said, in Annapolis and in class. All right. And it's going to finish the whole book. You feel me? The whole book, we're going to finish this. That's 62, 55. We got 55 more days left in session. That's Dr. Karson, Loyola University. Like I said, I'm making a movie. That's Dr. Karson's. That's 2024. And Dr. Karson's ain't turned that information over to the public. You know what I'm saying? That's Maryland Volunteer Lawyers for the Arts, because I want this all legit. That's me. I'm famous for mic checking the room. That's Kaylin Young. That's Kaylin Young. Kaylin Young will put in my paperwork for exoneration. And we're going to do it through the legal lens. All right? That's through the legal lens. That's Lady Breon, the executive director of the Black Arts District. That's Mayor Brandon Scott. These are elected officials. And right here, that's the Maryland House of Delegates. Honorable Attorney General Anthony Brown. Guidance for process of charges of exoneration. I was making a movie about the Democratic Party and the money behind mass incarceration. That's Corey McRae. That's WJZ. And that's parole and probation. You feel me? That's parole and probation. I was kidnapped by the state of Maryland for making a documentary about your prison industry. President Trump, Governor Westmore know all about it. Yeah, the money behind mass incarceration. Michelle Alexander came to the Real News and we had this, she didn't have a conversation with me. She made a lot of money off of that book, but she ain't never go to jail. Michelle Alexander and Dr. K. Yeah, that black girl magic caused a lot of black men pain. We talking about mass incarceration and y'all claim to be the leaders in the forefront, but none of y'all been to jail. None of y'all had that experience, but y'all are the experts. That ain't how this work. That's the Maryland Volunteer Lawyers for the Arts. That's the First Amendment of the Constitution. You feel me? The First Amendment. So I'm using my First Amendment. Black Americans, 13% of the population, 14% drug users, 15% of the prison industry. I gave y'all this information back in 1986. Go to the state of Illinois versus Duane Davis. Google search it. I turned in guns and drugs to end the war on drugs. Now y'all want to make money exploiting our tragedies. Y'all want to make money exploiting our tragedies. That's the Legacy Museum, all right? And this is the state of Maryland. We went from enslavement to mass incarceration. And the state of Maryland got this book. The state of Maryland got this information. And so does Dr. K. So Dr. K, when you make your book, when you make your movie, turn over all the information I gave you as gifts to Dr. Shields. Yeah. Tell them the stories about Shorty. We're talking about the Black Chronicles, all right? The Black Chronicles in America, 2026. You still kidnapping and enslaving our black community. You feel me? You still enslaving our black community. It's the Black Chronicles. I had Helena Hicks holding a toilet paper roll. No, not Helena Hicks. Yeah, she's part of my documentary too. You feel me? That heritage. That heritage. You feel me? That heritage. I want to go to the Supreme Court. Brack versus Wells say I can go to the grand jury. We take it to the grand jury, we go to court. I never got a trial. I was kidnapped by the state of Maryland and Illinois for making a documentary. And Dr. K hasn't opened her mouth. Dr. Wimbush hasn't opened his mouth. Our black intellectuals haven't opened their mouth. But y'all claim to be our black leadership. Yeah, everything you got, you need to turn over. The Karson Institute. I'm selling tickets. That's WEEA Radio 2024. That's the Maryland Volunteer Lawyers for the Arts. That's Kaylin Young. That's Kaylin Young. That's Governor Westmore. And we talking about ethics. Do blacks have rights in which white America respects? Because that's the White House 2008. That's Melissa Bennett. And that's Jamie Raskin. And that's what we talking about. the money behind mass incarceration. Fuck ICE. The Whistleblower, the movie, and it's notarized. The movie all about Baltimore, the movie about Maryland and our politics and the politicians. And I did it through the legal lens. You feel me? The legal lens. Through the legal lens. Executive Director of Arts and Entertainment, the Black Arts District. Poet and laureate. All right? Through the legal lens. Can't raise my kids if I'm locked up. I can't raise my kids if I'm dead. I was the lab rat. All about mass incarceration in your prison industry. Michelle Alexander wrote the book. I made the movie. I made the movie. And Senator Antonio Hayes, you got my evidence. Racism don't work without black cooperation. Remember that.